The waters of the sea cover a large part of planet Earth and are responsible for helping to maintain the climate and the development of life as we know it. The sea is also a rich source of food, and for many ancient peoples, it was much more than a great blue vastness. In ancient Japan, it was believed that the sea was ruled by a powerful god, capable of stirring the waters and creating great waves and storms. His name was Susanoo, the storm god. Susanoo is the son of the god Izanagi. He is also the younger brother of Amaterasu, the sun goddess, and Tsukiyomi, the moon god. The three brothers were known as the three noble children. They were among the most powerful beings in the world. Unlike her brother and sister, who had a commendable and controlled behavior, Susanoo was unpredictable and easily irritated. And, like the sea, Susanoo could move from serene tranquility to a whirlwind of waves and destruction. In his fits of rage, he could destroy rocks or even whole mountains with his bare hands. This even made the other gods try to keep a safe distance from his enormous strength. But, in his moments of peace, Susanoo proved to be a generous and heroic god. He was the most skillful swordsman among the gods. According to legend, Susanoo lives with the other gods in Takamagahara, the plane of high heaven. Because of the constant tranquility in the realm of the gods, Susanoo was easily bored and always sought some way to pass the time. His favorite activities were playing tricks on the gods or on human beings. This often led to bad and disastrous situations. He offended the gods by breaking their sacred objects, and when he went down into the world of humans, he would usually provoke sea storms, landslides, and even tsunamis. Those killed many people. In one of those episodes, Susanoo caused such a great destruction in the human world that the god Izanagi was forced to banish him to Yomi, the world of the dead. Accepting exile, Susanoo began to prepare for his long journey to the underworld. However, before leaving, he wanted to say goodbye to his older sister Amaterasu. When Susanoo left for the kingdom of Amaterasu, he moved so fast that the sound of his footsteps was like thunder, and as he passed, the trees were torn from the ground and the earth shook. Upon hearing such a great thunder, Amaterasu feared that his brother was in one of his usual states of fury and prepared to fight Susanoo. But when Susanoo arrived, he was surprisingly calm and asked to spend a few days in Amaterasu's kingdom. Susanoo quickly became bored with the peaceful days and decided to set up a booby trap. This eventually led to the death of one of the weavers who worked on a new cloak for Amaterasu. Very sad about what happened, Amaterasu locked herself up in a cave, depriving the world of precious sunlight. Desolated by the consequences of his actions, Susanoo descended into the human world, looking for some way to fix his mistakes. Upon arriving on Earth, Susanoo found an elderly couple crying helplessly, for their only daughter had been devoured by the terrible dragon Yamata no Orochi, the eight-headed, eight-tailed dragon. The elderly explained that the dragon demanded the sacrifice of maidens every full moon night, and if his wishes were not granted, the dragon would destroy everything in his path. There was only one damsel left in that area, Princess Kushinada, and when he met her, Susanoo was impressed with her beauty and delicacy. Susanoo offered to face the dragon, but in return, he asked for the princess's hand in marriage. The princess readily accepted the proposal, and Susanoo left to face the dragon. Susanoo knew the dragon was too powerful to be faced directly. A plan was needed to weaken the giant monster. Susanoo dressed in simple clothes and pretended to be one of the villagers. When he found the dragon at sea, Susanoo offered 8 barrels of wine, 1 for each head, saying that the wine would help open the appetite of the beast. The dragon accepted the offering, and he quickly revealed signs of drunkenness. Susanoo then revealed his true face, starting an epic battle. The fight was so violent it could be heard from a long distance, and though the dragon was weakened, he was still a formidable opponent. Susanoo used all his skill as a swordsman and managed to eliminate all the dragon's heads, putting an end to his reign of tyranny. When the dragon's gigantic body fell, Susanoo noticed a strange glow emanating under the scales of one of his tails. The glow came from a magic sword, Kusunagi Tsurugi. Susanoo took the sword from the dragon's body and returned to the kingdom of Amaterasu, where he offered the precious weapon as a gift and apologized to the goddess. Amaterasu accepted the gift and reconciled with her brother. For having defeated the dragon, Susanoo was able to return to the plane of high heaven, together with his beloved princess, where they now live happily in the company of the other gods.